Listen to the world around you. What do you hear? You hear the frantic hum of a civilization that has forgotten how to be still. You hear the digital chime of a notification, designed by engineers to hijack your dopamine receptors. You hear the roar of political outrage, the whispers of social anxiety, and the internal scream of a billion people who feel like they are drowning in a sea of chaos. We live in an era of psychological warfare where your attention is the currency and your emotional stability is the casualty. The world is wired to provoke you. It wants you angry. It wants you fearful. It wants you reactive. Why? Because a reactive person is a predictable person. A predictable person is a controllable person. Most people spend their entire lives as marionettes. Their strings are pulled by the weather, by the economy, by a rude comment from a stranger, or by a passive-aggressive email from a boss. If the world is kind, they are happy. If the world is cruel, they are miserable. They have no center. They have no fortress. They are merely a collection of reflexes dressed up in a suit. But 2,000 years ago, a man who held the power of life and death over millions sat in a tent on the freezing edges of the Roman Empire and wrote a different script. Marcus Aurelius, the last of the 5 good emperors, faced plagues that wiped out a third of his population, constant Germanic invasions, and the betrayal of his closest generals. He had every reason to be the most stressed, reactive, and paranoid man in history. Instead, he became the ultimate architect of the Inner Citadel. He understood a truth that most people will never learn. Your power does not lie in your ability to change the world. Your power lies in your ability to remain unchanged by the world. Stoicism is not about being a cold stone. It is about being the mountain that the storm breaks against. It is about the gap, that holy space between a stimulus and your response. In that gap lies your freedom. In that gap lies your dignity. In this masterclass, we are going to explore 8 brutal, transformative lessons from Marcus Aurelius on how to maintain a calm that is so profound it becomes a weapon. This is not a video for the weak of heart. This is for those ready to undergo a psychological revolution. This is for the part of you that refuses to be a puppet any longer. If you are ready to build a fortress that no army can breach, type, "I am the master of my mind" in the comments. Let us enter the laboratory of the soul. Lesson 1. The sovereignty of the pause. Don't react on cue. There is a specific kind of silence that is more terrifying than any shout. It is the silence of a man who has been insulted, provoked or threatened, and who simply waits. Most people react on cue. If I push you, you stumble. If I yell at you, you yell back. If I insult you, you defend your ego. This is action-reaction physics. It is the behavior of animals. But Marcus Aurelius challenged us to move beyond biology. He wrote, "The mind is the ruler of the soul. It should remain unstirred by the agitations of the body, whether they be gentle or violent. When someone provokes you, they are casting a hook. They are fishing for your peace. They want to see you twitch. They want to see you explain yourself. Why? Because the person who explains is the person who is subordinate. When you react instantly, you are signaling to the world that your internal state is for sale, and the price is whatever insult someone decides to throw at you. The strategy of the void. The next time someone tries to trigger you, visualize a vast black void between their words and your ears. Let their words fall into that void. Don't catch them. Don't examine them. Don't fight them. Just watch them vanish. By lengthening the pause, you are performing an act of spiritual rebellion. You are saying, "I have received your data, but I am currently deciding whether or not it is worth my energy to process it." This unnerves people. It disrupts their rhythm. They expect a ping-pong match of energy, and instead they hit the ball into an abyss. This is how you reclaim your sovereignty. You are no longer a character in their drama. You are the director who has just called cut. Lesson 2. The eloquence of stillness. Let silence do the heavy lifting. We live in an age of over-explanation. We feel the need to justify our career choices, our relationships, our diets, and our very existence to people who don't even like us. We think that if we find the right words, we can control how people perceive us. This is a delusion. Marcus Aurelius observed, "I have often wondered how it is that every man loves himself more than all the rest of men, but yet sets less value on his own opinion of himself than on the opinion of others." Silence is the ultimate filter. When you are silent, you are not just not speaking. You are listening with a level of intensity that most people cannot handle. In a heated argument, the person who speaks the least is the one who holds the most power. Why? Because the person who is talking is the one who is leaking information, leaking emotion, and leaking energy. The person who is silent is observing, calculating, and remaining contained. The power of the unsaid. When you stop explaining yourself, you stop giving people the ammunition to misinterpret you. Silence creates a mirror. If someone is shouting at you and you remain silent and calm, they are eventually forced to see the reflection of their own ugliness in the stillness of your face. They will keep talking to fill the awkward gap, and in doing so, they will reveal their own insecurities, their own fears, and their own lack of control. Silence is not weakness. Silence is the quiet fire. It is the sign of a person who is so secure in their internal truth that they feel no need to win a verbal war. Lesson 3. The deception of external validation. Praise is a soft trap. Imagine a dog that only feels like a good dog when its master pats its head. When the master is gone, the dog is miserable. It has no internal compass for its own worth. Most humans live exactly like this dog. We are addicted to the pat on the head, the like on Instagram, the good job from the boss, the nod of approval from a peer. Marcus Aurelius was the emperor of Rome. He was praised as a god. He knew better than anyone how toxic that praise could be. He wrote, "Everything which is in any way beautiful is beautiful in itself, and terminates in itself, not having praise as part of itself." Is an emerald made worse than it was if it is not praised? If you are made by someone's praise, you will be unmade by their criticism. If you allow a compliment to inflate your ego, you have just handed that person the needle they need to pop you later. The emerald mindset. You must become like the emerald. An emerald is beautiful whether a beggar looks at it or a king looks at it. Its value is intrinsic. When you perform an act of virtue, when you work hard, when you are honest, when you are disciplined, the reward is the act itself. The feeling of being a person of character is the prize. If the world notices, fine. If the world ignores you, fine. If the world hates you for it, fine. When you detach from the soft trap of praise, you become dangerous to the system. You cannot be bribed with flattery, and you cannot be silenced with shame. You are a sovereign unit. Lesson 4. The tempo of the sage, slowing down in the frenzy. Have you noticed that when things go wrong, the tempo of life speeds up? People start talking faster, walking faster and making frantic, emotional decisions. Panic is a high-frequency vibration. It is contagious. If you catch that frequency, you lose your ability to use your prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for logic and strategy. Marcus Aurelius lived through the Antonine Plague. He saw his city in a state of absolute high-speed terror. His response, he slowed down. He wrote, "Be like the cliff against which the waves continually break, but it stands firm and tames the fury of the water around it." The counter-rhythm. When the world around you starts to scramble, make a conscious decision to move 20% slower, speak slower, breathe deeper. Take an extra 3 seconds before answering a question. This is not just a physical hack. It is a psychological signal to your own nervous system that you are in control of the time. By refusing to match the panic tempo of the crowd, you effectively de-escalate the situation. You become the alpha of the room's energy. Others will subconsciously look to you because you are the only one who doesn't seem to be drowning. Slowing down is the ultimate act of power in a world that is rushing toward its own destruction. Lesson 5. The radiology of character. Watch actions, ignore words. We are a species that loves stories. We love the story someone tells us about why they were late, why they couldn't finish the project, or why they betrayed our trust. We want to believe the words because words are comfortable, but words are also the primary tool of the ego. Aurelius was surrounded by senators and sycophants who were masters of the Greek language, capable of weaving beautiful lies. He learned to ignore the poetry and look at the physics. He taught that we should look at people's lives as if we were radiologists, looking at an X-ray, look through the soft tissue of their promises to the hard bone of their patterns. The pattern principle. A man is not what he says he is. A man is what he does repeatedly. If someone says they value your time but is consistently late, they do not value your time. If someone says they are a loyal friend but gossips about others to you, they will gossip about you to others. When you stop listening to the soundtrack of people's lives and start watching the movie, your life becomes much calmer. Why? Because you are no longer surprised. You no longer get angry when a snake bites you. You simply realize that it is the nature of a snake to bite. By accepting people for their demonstrated patterns, you remove the emotional shock of their behavior. You deal with the reality of who they are, not the fantasy of who they said they were. Lesson 6. The art of premeditation. Accept the chaos before it arrives. Most people's calm is fragile because it is built on the hope that nothing bad will happen today. They wake up and pray for a smooth day. Then the first traffic jam or broken coffee machine ruins their entire mood. Their peace is a hostage to fortune. The Stoics used a technique called preformatio malorum, the premeditation of evils. Marcus Aurelius would begin his day by telling himself, "When you wake up in the morning, tell yourself, the people I deal with today will be meddling, ungrateful, arrogant, dishonest, jealous, and surly." The Stoic shield. This isn't pessimism. It is emotional vaccination. If you have already accepted that you will encounter a rude person today, then when you actually meet that person, you don't lose your cool. You think, there he is. I was expecting you. By accepting the possibility of failure, betrayal, or illness before you leave your house, you rob those events of their shock value. You have already processed the emotion in the safety of your own mind. Now you can deal with the logistics of the problem without the interference of a panic attack. You are not hoping for a good day. You are deciding to have a strong day, regardless of what the day brings. Lesson 7. The emotional budget. Guard your vital energy. Imagine you have $100 of emotional energy to spend every morning. Most people spend $20 on a rude comment on the internet, $30 on a minor disagreement with a spouse, $40 on worrying about a news headline, and by 10 a.m. they are bankrupt. They have nothing left for their actual work, their dreams, or their loved ones. Marcus Aurelius was the CEO of the world. He had a million problems. He had to be a master of energy budgeting. He wrote, "It is a shame for the soul to be the first to give way in this life. When thy body does not give way, the audit of the worthy." You must ask yourself of every situation, is this worthy of my peace? Is the person yelling in traffic worthy of your heart rate spiking? No. Is the person who misinterpreted your text worthy of you losing sleep? No. Is the celebrity gossip on your feed worthy of your cognitive space? Absolutely not. When you become a miser with your emotional energy, people start to respect you more. They realize that your anger or your joy cannot be bought cheaply. You save your fire for the things that actually matter, your integrity, your mission, and the people you love. Everything else is just noise. Let the noise stay outside the gates of your citadel. Lesson 8. The strength of non-resistance. Let chaos collapse. There is a law in nature. That which resists breaks. The stiffest tree is the first to snap in a hurricane. The willow which bends survives. Many people think that keeping calm means fighting back against the chaos. They think it means winning, but sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is to step out of the way and let the chaos collapse under its own weight. Marcus Aurelius taught that many things in life are like a wild animal. If you try to wrestle with it, you get hurt. If you simply stand still and wait, it will eventually get bored and walk away. The strategy of non-action. In a conflict, your non-reaction is a vacuum. If someone is trying to start a fight and you remain perfectly calm and polite, they have nothing to push against. They will continue to escalate until they look ridiculous, and then they will run out of fuel. This is not being a doormat. This is being a black hole. You absorb the impact, and you give nothing back. By refusing to enter the ring with someone who is beneath your character, you maintain your dignity and you save your energy. Let the storm rage. Let the critics shout. Let the fools play their games. You are the mountain. You are the deep water. You are the emperor of your own soul. Section 9. The neurobiology of the Stoic calm. Why does this work? It's not just philosophy, it's biology. When you practice these 8 lessons, you are physically rewiring your brain. Most people operate out of the amygdala, the primitive lizard brain that lives in a state of fear, aggression, and survival. Every time you react on cue, lesson 1, you are strengthening the neural pathways of the amygdala. You are becoming a more reactive, more anxious person. However, when you use the pause and the silence, you are engaging the prefrontal cortex, the seat of human reason, long-term planning, and self-regulation. You are effectively muting the amygdala. Over time, your brain actually changes. Your resting heart rate lowers. Your cortisol levels drop. You become physically heavier in your presence. You develop a presence of mind that others can feel. This is the Stoic somatics. By controlling your mind, you are healing your body. You are moving from a state of chronic stress to a state of active stillness. Section 10. The vow of the threshold. You are at the end of this journey, but you are at the beginning of a war. The world will test you the moment you finish this video. A spouse will be rude. A child will break something. A client will cancel. A stranger will cut you off. This is the threshold. Everything you have just learned is useless if it stays in your head. It must move into your hands, your heart, and your habits. You must make a vow to yourself, my peace is not for sale. Marcus Aurelius did not write his meditations for us. He wrote them to save himself. He was a man fighting for his soul every single day, and you must do the same. The final Stoic exercise. Tonight, before you sleep, perform a mental review of your day. Ask yourself, where did I lose my calm today? What hook did I take? How can I handle that better tomorrow? Do not judge yourself. Just observe. Each day you do this, you add another stone to your inner citadel. Each day the walls get higher. Each day the storm gets quieter. You have spent your life being told that you are a victim of your circumstances. You have been told that you are stressed because of your job, angry because of the news, or sad because of your past. Stoicism tells you that this is a lie. You are not stressed because of your job. You are stressed because of the judgment you have about your job. You are not angry because of the news. You are angry because you have assigned value to things that are outside your control. The power to be calm, happy, and free is already inside you. It is buried under layers of social conditioning and biological reactivity. Today, we have started to peel those layers away. If you made it to the end of this masterclass, you are already in the 1% of humans who have the focus required for true transformation. You have the discipline. You have the fire. Go forth and be the cliff. Go forth and be the emerald. Go forth and be the emperor. If this script spoke to your soul, share it with someone who is currently drowning in the noise. Subscribe to Stoic Letters and join our community of sovereigns. Stay calm, stay dangerous, stay stoic.